Have you ever noticed how some people achieve extraordinary success while others remain stuck in the same place? What's the difference? It's not intelligence, it's not luck, it's how big they think, because small thinking leads to small results. But when you train your mind to think bigger, you start attracting bigger opportunities, bigger possibilities, and a bigger future. So today, let's talk about the 5 powerful principles that will help you shift your thinking and achieve more than you ever imagined. And if you apply them, you won't just change your success, you'll change your life. Success isn't reserved for a select few. It's available to anyone willing to expand their mindset and embrace a new way of thinking. Let's dive into these principles and uncover how you can unlock your potential. Number 1, big thinkers. Focus on possibilities, not limitations. A small thinker looks at a challenge and says, I don't have the experience, I don't have the resources, I don't have the connections. A big thinker, they ask, how can I make this work? They don't focus on what's missing. They focus on what's possible. Imagine 2 people looking at a locked door. One gives up. The other looks for a key, a window, a new way in. The difference isn't the door. It's the mindset. Ask yourself, do I focus on what's stopping me, or do I focus on what's possible? Because the future belongs to those who see possibilities where others see roadblocks. Think about it. Every great achievement in history started with someone asking, what if? What if we could fly? What if we could cure diseases? What if we could connect the world through technology? These ideas seemed impossible at first, but big thinkers didn't let limitations stop them. Instead, they focused on solutions. They embraced creativity, resourcefulness, and determination. Now think about your own life. When you face a challenge, do you immediately, I list all the reasons why it won't work? Or do you look for ways to make it happen? Small thinkers allow obstacles to define their reality. Big thinkers use obstacles as stepping stones to greatness. Here's the truth. Opportunities are everywhere, but you won't see them if you're too busy focusing on limitations. So, the next time you encounter a roadblock, pause and remind yourself that every problem has a solution. Shift your focus from why it won't work to how can I make it work? Because when you think big, you create space for big things to enter your life. Number 2, big thinkers. Surround themselves with growth-minded people. Show me your circle, and I'll show you your future. Because small thinkers keep small company. They stay around negativity, gossip, and excuses. Big thinkers, they surround themselves with people who challenge them, inspire them, push them forward. Think about this. If you spend time with people who always complain, how will you ever grow? If you surround yourself with ambitious, driven, positive people, how can you not improve? Ask yourself, who am I spending the most time with? Are they lifting me up or holding me back? Because success isn't just about what you do. It's about who you do it with. Energy is transferable. If you're surrounded by negativity, doubt, or complacency, it will seep into your own mindset. But if you're surrounded by positivity, ambition, and encouragement, it will elevate you. Consider this. If you spend time with people who dream big, who take action, who believe in possibilities, you'll start dreaming bigger too. You'll start taking action too. You'll start believing in possibilities too. On the other hand, if you spend time with people who complain, who procrastinate, who settle for mediocrity, you'll start doing the same. Your circle influences your thoughts, your habits, and ultimately your results. So evaluate your relationships. Why? Oh, are the people who inspire you? Who are the people who challenge you to grow? And who are the people who hold you back? Be intentional about your environment, because the right people will demand greatness from you, and the wrong people will settle for mediocrity. Remember, you become like the 5 people you spend the most time with, so choose wisely. Surround yourself with growth-minded individuals and watch how your perspective shifts, because when you're around people who think big, you naturally start thinking bigger too. Number 3, big thinkers. Take action. Before they feel ready, most people wait. They wait for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, the perfect confidence. But big thinkers, they start before they're ready, because action builds confidence, not the other way around. Think about it. Have you ever put off a dream because you didn't feel ready? What if instead of waiting, you took one bold step forward? Because nothing changes until you start. Ask yourself, am I waiting for the perfect time, or am I making the time perfect? Because the people who achieve big things are the ones who start before they have all the answers. Waiting for perfection is the enemy of progress. Perfectionism keeps you stuck in analysis paralysis. Meanwhile, big thinkers understand that clarity comes from action, not overthinking. They know that the path only becomes clear once you begin walking it. Think about driving at night. Your headlights don't show the entire road. They only illuminate a few feet ahead, but that's enough to keep moving. As long as you keep going, the road reveals itself. Life works the same way. You don't need to see the whole picture to take the first step. Start now with what you have, with where you are, with the resources available to you, because momentum builds as you move forward. Each step reduces fear and increases certainty. Each action teaches you something new, and each effort brings you closer to your goals. So if you've been waiting for the perfect moment, stop waiting. Take one small step today, because when you act, you create opportunities, you gain clarity, and you build confidence. Remember, success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who start. Number 4, big thinkers set bigger goals. A small thinker sets goals they know they can reach. They aim for comfort. A big thinker, they set goals that stretch them, challenge them, force them to grow, because success isn't just about reaching a goal. It's about who you become in the process. Think about this. If you only set goals that feel safe, how will you ever break through to the next level? What if instead of asking, what's realistic, you asked, what's possible? Because when you aim higher, you achieve higher. Ask yourself, are my goals challenging me or keeping me comfortable? Because growth happens outside of comfort. Too many people set small, safe goals because they're afraid of failure. But here's the truth. Failure is part of the journey. It's feedback. It's redirection. It's preparation for something greater. Big thinkers aren't afraid to fail. They're afraid of settling. They understand that the size of your goals determines the size of your life. So if you want to achieve extraordinary results, you need to set extraordinary goals. Dream bigger. Stretch further. Push harder. Because when you set big goals, you attract big opportunities. You inspire big actions. And you create a big impact. Remember, the only limits that exist are the ones you place on yourself. So the next time you're setting a goal, ask yourself, am I aiming high enough? Because the higher you aim, the farther you'll go. Number 5, big thinkers refuse to settle. A small thinker gets comfortable with average results, average effort, and average life. A big thinker, they keep raising the bar. They never stop improving, because success is never final and growth is never finished. Think about this. Have you ever reached a goal and then slowed down? What if instead you asked, what's next? How can I go further? How can I make a bigger impact? Because big thinkers don't stop at success, they build on it. Ask yourself, am I settling or am I still growing? Because the moment you stop pushing, you stop progressing. Growth is a lifelong journey. There's always room to improve, to innovate, to excel. Big thinkers understand that complacency is the enemy of progress. They refuse to settle for mediocrity. Instead, they constantly seek ways to raise their standards, to elevate their performance, to expand their impact. Now think about your own life. Are you content with where you are, or are you striving for more? Because the truth is, life rewards effort. It rewards persistence. It rewards the relentless pursuit of excellence. So, if you've been coasting, pause and ask yourself, what's the next level for me? How can I push beyond my current boundaries? Because when you refuse to settle, you open the door to limitless possibilities. So how big are you thinking? Are you focused on possibilities or limitations? Are you surrounding yourself with the right people? Are you waiting for the perfect time, or are you taking action? Are you setting goals that challenge you or ones that keep you safe? Are you constantly growing, or are you settling? Because success isn't just about working harder, it's about thinking bigger. And the good news, you can train your mind to do it. So starting today, see bigger opportunities, take bigger actions, set bigger goals, because the size of your life will always match the size of your thinking. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning and deciding to think bigger. You start focusing on possibilities instead of limitations. You surround yourself with growth-minded people. You take action despite uncertainty. You set goals that challenge you, and you refuse to settle for mediocrity. Now ask yourself, what could you accomplish if you lived by these principles every single day? What dreams could you achieve if you focused on progress instead of perfection? Think about it. Every ounce of energy you invest in thinking bigger is an investment in your future, in your happiness, in your fulfillment. So take a deep breath, reflect on where you've been, and commit to where you're going. Because the truth is, life doesn't reward hesitation. It rewards action. It doesn't reward excuses. It rewards effort. And it doesn't reward waiting. It rewards starting. So start today. Start small, but start. Because when you take the first step, you set the wheels of change in motion. And once you're in motion, there's no limit to how far you can go. Remember, you are the author of your life, and every day is a new page. So, what will you write today? Will you write a story of regret or a story of renewal? The choice is yours, and the time is now.